everybody. Welcome to Cooking at the Vault. I'm Ruthie Rogers, and today we are cooking in my home instead of at the Vault, and I'd like to say Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. The gentleman standing next to me is my guest for the night, and it's my husband, Jeff. So,
hi, everybody.
Thanks,
Happy
Jeff,
Thanksgiving, Ruthie.
for joining me.
It's a pleasure to be on the show. We look forward to it, and it should be a lot of fun.
Well, it will be a lot of fun. You're going to get put to a little bit of work helping me cook some fun things. The first thing we're going to prepare is a cheese stuffed turkey breast, which we have had.
We had this last year. It was excellent. Great reviews.
Turned into an ordeal because my son was very angry that he didn't get a roasted turkey.
Hard to have a turkey leg when all you cook is the turkey breast, but that's the sacrifices of war, I guess.
That's right. So that'll be good, and then we're going to do Tammy's sweet potatoes, which is very good.
That's
and
another favorite.
Something else that we've had before is the banana and pumpkin tart. That
Good.
is good. Kind of a switch off of just pumpkin pie. So you help me in the kitchen a lot, usually.
Yes.
You're better on the barbecuer than I am. But
Occasionally I get to help you in the kitchen. That's a sort of touchy situation once in a while, but it works out okay. I haven't been injured yet from helping you in the kitchen, so I feel good about it.
Well, that's good. Let's try and keep the record going.
All right. What do we got to do to get started?
Well, we're going to do a toast
All right. We can do that.
to a good, fun show, and
Happy Thanksgiving 2009.
you too.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Don't go away. We'll be right back and start cooking our Thanksgiving dinner here on Cooking at the Vault at Ruthie's Place. Hi, welcome back to Cooking at the Vault. I'm Ruthie Rogers, and my guest today is my husband, Jeff.
Yes, always known as my husband, Jeff. Never Jeff, my husband, Jeff.
Yes.
Or known in the community as Ruthie's husband, Jeff.
Well, my husband, Jeff. So
We're ready to go.
We are going to get started on our stuffed turkey breast, and it gets stuffed with 3 different cheeses, spinach, and pancetta. So I'm going to have you hand me the turkey breast.
During the last break, I went out and found this turkey, shot it, cleaned it, brought it back, and we're ready to go.
Yeah. You're going to take a large turkey breast, and you want to split it down the middle, trying to do it without cutting fingers.
How much does that weigh? How big a piece? Do you have to have any certain size you got to work
No,
with? Or?
just, I mean, since we're stuffing it and it's going to be rolled up, it's going to be pretty good size, so you don't need anything too large. This will feed a family of 4, which is what we're serving today.
So we can't invite anybody over, you're telling me, basically?
We'd have to make a couple.
Okay.
Okay, so open it up, and you want to put salt and pepper in it. Always got to flavor the meat before you're going to cook with it. Fresh ground pepper, which they like in my house. Okay, and then if you'll hand me the pancetta.
Which one's the pancetta?
The
That one's the pancetta.
That's the pancetta. You're going to line the inside of the turkey breast with about 4 slices.
What is pancetta? That just a kind of ham or something?
It's like kind of like a Canadian bacon. It's Italian.
So it's Canadian pigs?
Well, I'm not sure where the
Okay,
pigs
just
come
checking.
from. It could be Italian, since it's more
It's
Italian
probably
than
Italian. There you
Canadian.
go.
So, but this is going to give it a salty, smoky, kind of a bacon flavor that adds to it. With all the different cheeses, it'll add a nice
Cool.
layer.
Cool.
Okay, then we're going to, I'll take the bowl and the spoon, and then
The bowl and the spoon. There you go.
the cream cheese. And this is going to start the stuffing part,
Oh, the cream cheese. That's the one in the cube.
the cube.
Should have put little signs on there for me so I knew for sure what I was grabbing there.
So we're starting with a half of a brick of cream cheese, and
So there's 3 kinds of cheeses we got going.
3 kinds of cheese. You can really use any kind of cheese you want. I like, this is a Jarlsberg, which is a Norwegian cheese. It's real soft and creamy. Got a little bit of a smoky flavor. And use about a half a cup to 3/4 cup. And then I'm also using a Swiss cheese.
Hard to recognize Swiss cheese when it doesn't have the holes in it,
Yeah.
for a guy like me.
So you want to grate those up. And then I'll take the garlic powder and the little measuring spoons.
I'm a heck of an assistant, ain't I?
You are.
Which one of these
Going
you
to do
need?
about a half a teaspoon
Half a teaspoon. That's this one right here. There you go.
of garlic powder. If you want to use fresh garlic, you can do that. This just gets a little more evenly the taste throughout since it's not going to be cooked before we're going to stuff. And mix that together. This just cooks up so nice, and when you roll it, the cheese kind of oozes out and
Yeah, I remember from
browns
last year.
in
It
the
was
ends.
excellent.
It was very good
Unlike Harrison, I preferred the stuffed turkey breast.
compared to a
Traditional
traditional
deal. Have a
turkey.
nice change up once in a while.
It was fun. Okay, so then we're just going to take it and we're going to place it on the turkey breast and just spread it out. You can go clear to the edges, or you can leave a little bit of the edges inside.
What's the green leaves?
Those are the spinach leaves, which we're going to put on top of the cheese mixture.
Okay, so you need that next.
I
See, I
need
was
those next.
anticipating. I was thinking ahead.
Good job thinking ahead like
I
that.
knew it was going somewhere in this program.
This will give a little bit of taste, but mostly color and texture. Just kind of cover all the space.
This will be another one Harrison will love. The added spinach leaf.
There we go.
Be good for him.
Okay, now we're going to roll it all up.
That looks kind of tricky.
Well, just try and do it so everything doesn't kind of smush out the ends.
Now you got to put these deals on there.
And we're going to lay these down. These are food loops,
Food loops.
kind of like Fruit Loops, but food loops.
As a guy, I did not know food loops existed. I've heard of Fruit Loops. I've heard a lot of different loops. I've never heard of a food loop. That's a new one for me.
These are awesome. These.
Do you sell
we
these at the
use-
vault?
We do sell these at the book
Well,
vault.
see, if you people need to get yourself some food loops, we got them.
You can use kitchen twine as well, if you choose to.
That's not nearly as high tech as the food loop, though.
And they're made from silicone, so they will stand up in the oven.
Cool.
They do make metal ones that you can use if you're doing on the grill. And I got that one backwards, so I'm going to flip it around. Maybe. It's all slick, going all over the place.
Little cheese and stuff on there makes it a little tough,
So
huh?
see, that's going to hold it all together while it
Yeah,
cooks.
that's good.
It's kind of pretty,
Cool.
isn't it?
It's pretty.
Kind of cool. And then we're going to put it into a roasting pan, which I have sprayed with cooking oil so it doesn't stick, because the cheese will ooze out and go all over, so makes cleanup a little easier.
Nice.
I'm going to add just a little more salt and pepper. My pepper thing's not working the greatest. And that's
Need
it.
another
It's
pepper.
ready to go in the oven. We're going to put this in the oven on 350. Bake it for about 45 to 50 minutes,
Cool.
depending on the oven.
Well, like we
So-
talked earlier, that's the key to Thanksgiving cooking, is you've got to be able to plan and strategize between the snacks, the real meal, and the football games. You can't get that out of proportion. You've got to make sure you
I
hit the
know.
meals at the right
And
time.
I'm sure you've got the timeline all done out.
I'll work on that. You work on the cooking.
Okay, we're going to put it in the oven. In about 45 to 50 minutes, it will be ready to go. So
Cool. What's next?
when we come back, we are going to put together our sweet potato casserole. That's a recipe of a friend of mine. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more Cooking at the Vault. Hi, and welcome welcome back to Cooking at the Vault at Ruthie's house. I'm Ruthie Rogers, and my guest tonight is my husband, Jeff. We just finished making our stuffed turkey breast with 3 cheeses, and it's already starting to smell in the oven. I think
Smells
it's
great.
Going to be really good. Thanks for your assistance on that.
You're welcome. As an update, the Lions are getting killed as usual.
Oh. The next dish we're going to be making is Tammy's sweet potatoes, and this is a recipe of a friend that I've been making for quite a few years. And I'm going to start with 1 can of sweet potatoes, and I'm going to have you go ahead and start the topping. You need to put the butter and the brown sugar in there and just
This is the
kind of be
tool you're
creaming
going
it
to trust me
together.
with?
It is.
This is it?
It's not very sharp.
All right,
so-
it's good to go. All right. So you want me to mix all of this together at one time?
Yes, but start with the butter and the brown sugar.
Okay. There is a sequence you have to follow in
There is
order
a
to make it
sequence
work?
to follow.
What happens if you do the walnuts ahead of the brown sugar?
Well, the walnuts or the pecans.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to start, what he's creaming together is 3 tablespoons of butter, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, then he's going to add a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, a 1/2 cup of coconut, and 3 tablespoons of flour.
Just keep stirring up like this?
Just keep stirring and maybe just add everything together.
Cool. I'm done with this. What do you want me to do next?
Okay, go ahead and add in the coconut and the pecans.
Coconut and then pecans.
And I'm going to dump the yams
How much
into the
coconut was there?
casserole. There's a 1/2 cup
1/2
of
cup of coconut.
and that is the flaked sweetened coconut.
Did you pick this off our coconut trees?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Just check. Then the pecans.
And the pecans and the flour.
Sweet potatoes seems to me to be one of those things you like as you get a little older. Did you like sweet potatoes as a kid?
Just if Mom put a lot of brown sugar and
Yeah, it was
marshmallows
more
on
about
top of them.
it was more about how much brown sugar than it was
Yeah.
about
Ate the marshmallows off the top and
than it was about the
Left
sweet
the end.
potatoes. Do you want this flour in there now
yep, go
too?
ahead and dump that in.
Just dump the whole thing in.
Dump it in and stir it up, and then we're going to put it over the top.
Cool. Actually, a guy could just put this part in the oven and forget that and just eat this as cubes or something. Be kind of like bars, you know?
That could work.
All right.
Probably
Okay, is that good enough?
that is good enough.
I made a little bit of a mess there, but nothing new.
And we're just going to dump this over the top. Actually, I think I'll use my fingers.
That's legal?
That's legal. My hands are clean,
Okay. Even on the show?
even on the show. And these are going to bake, again at 350,
For how long?
for about 35 to 45 minutes. The yams are already cooked, so
Cool.
it's mainly just
And this is
Heating
like
them up
a
and cooking.
traditional Tammy recipe handed down generation after generation after generation. Is that true?
I'm not sure it's handed down through generations or not, or where she got the recipe from, but I noticed it's also on the back of that can, almost identical. So I'm going to have a little chat with her and find out
Hey, but
Where
how
her
easy
recipe
is that? That's the part you got to get to.
how easy was that,
It's
Jeffrey.
really easy. Works great.
It's all done, and it's ready to go in the oven.
Looks great.
So I would leave it uncovered because you want the coconut to get toasted and the brown sugar and everything to melt down and
All right.
kind of caramelize. So and it's going to sneak right in there.
We'll go back to the second half of the Lions, see how they're doing, huh?
You think so?
I think so.
Well, he's going to check the score of the game, and I'm going to get stuff ready to make dessert. So we will be back with more Cooking at the Vault in just a few minutes. So stay right there. Hi, and welcome back to Cooking at the Vault. I'm Ruthie Rogers, and my guest today is my husband, Jeff. And we just finished preparing our sweet potatoes, and we're ready to move on to dessert.
Good. Let's go. This is the best part of the whole deal.
It is. And this again is a dish that we have had before. Sometimes you get tired of just the regular pumpkin pie and want to do
It's kind
something
of a tongue
little
twister
different.
for me, though. I have a hard time with banana pumpkin mousse tart. I can't say that 3 times fast.
It's a long one.
So you got to be careful.
Okay. We won't ask you to say it 3 times fast.
I appreciate that very much.
Okay, we're starting with 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs.
Did you crush those graham crackers yourself?
I didn't. I bought them in the box.
Oh,
I think if
jeez.
you crushed them yourself, it would take 12 graham crackers.
Okay, okay.
And I have melted 1 stick of butter. Kind of like Paula Deen, everything's got a stick of butter in it.
Cool.
And then I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of sugar.
Got to have sugar and a little bit of butter and some graham crackers.
And then I'm going to add a 1/4
What could be wrong with
teaspoon
that?
of cinnamon. See, with this you get your flavors in every layer. So
Okay. And this is the crust. This is the part that
this
goes...
is the crust. This
Okay.
is just a regular old graham cracker crust.
Well, like most of these guys out here, I spend a lot of time in the kitchen putting desserts together. It's one of the things I do a lot of.
Well,
As everybody can tell, I'm sure.
you put them to good use once they're made.
That's my job.
Yeah.
You cook them, I eat them.
Just mix it up until you get butter kind of throughout, and it tends to get a little crumbly. Then you know you've got it.
And one thing that's nice about Thanksgiving too is you can do like a lot of desserts. Because again, you're back to the football thing. You can have a dessert after one game, you can have it at a halftime of another game, and then you can have it at the end of the last game. And it works well all night long. So I wouldn't think we would want to stop at just this one dessert.
At
We
just
really would
one?
have to think of a couple.
Well,
You got to be careful of this deal. That bottom piece is sharp.
It's a little tricky. It's just a tart pan, and the bottom comes off. You could make it in just a regular pie pan too if you wanted to. Making it in a tart pan like this makes you be able to take it out of the pan for presentation.
Wow. Some guy invented a tart pan.
I imagine
That's one
it
you
was
probably don't brag
maybe
about.
a woman.
You probably don't, oh, you think so?
If you would
that
hand
what you
me
need?
the black measuring cup,
The black measuring cup.
and we're just going to kind of use this to form
Oh, cool idea.
the crust.
Nice.
You want it to go up the sides, but try not to spill out.
How easy is that? You girls know all the stuff, I tell you.
This is actually a trick my mother taught me
Well, there you go.
with
Mom
graham cracker
knows
crusts
a
and
lot.
pie crusts. 'Cause
She
I-
has a lot of secrets. She is a terrific cook, your mother.
She is. That's where I learned, I think, most of
She does a good
what
job.
I know, and except pies. I still can't
I know.
make a pie
I
as
know.
well as her, and
I know.
I'm not a big pie
I know.
eater, so they don't get made a lot at our house.
I love pies, and that's the one thing you do struggle with a little bit is pies. That's why I have to go to Ma Mead's and get my pies.
Yep, there you go.
Well, it looks pretty cool. Now we just dump the stuff in there when we're all done?
No, it's not quite that easy.
Oh,
honey.
okay.
Okay, and this is going to want to go into the oven for about 10 minutes. Just browns it up and kind of sets the butter into the graham crackers.
Cool.
A little more playing than I probably need to be doing, but
That looks nice. Boy, the one thing about Thanksgiving, the smell keeps coming, you know?
Oh,
That
I
turkey's
know.
going, the yams are going. Really smells good. Can't
Okay.
really get that on television.
stick this in the oven.
Need any help, or you got that figured out?
I know you keep talking about
Be careful with that now.
smells. It would be nice to be able to have, what do they call it, smell-o-vision?
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 Well, there'd be times when smell-o-vision would be okay, but you'd have to be guarded.
Okay.
Got our
that's
clock
gonna
set?
go for 10 minutes.
Okay, now I get to do my part?
Now you get to do your part.
Okay. What
You
do I
want-
do first?
Put the pumpkin
The
and
pumpkin?
the half and half into the bowl.
So we just scoop that stuff out of there. It's probably a lot easier than if a guy had to do it with a real live pumpkin, huh?
That would take a little longer. And it's a lot messier.
So that makes it pretty
They've
quick.
done all the work. They've cooked it. And
Okay. Now what do I need?
So that's a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree. You're
Okay.
going to put a half a cup of half and half in there.
This is a half a cup of half and half.
Half a cup of half and half.
Nice. Okay, got that in there.
A cup of light brown sugar.
A cup of light brown sugar. You gotta be careful, I can make a mess out of that deal. Okay,
And get to stirring it together. And I'm going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of kosher salt.
cool. So just stir this up like this.
Keep stirring.
Okay.
We're going to do half a teaspoon of,
When do I get to use any electric devices? Do I get to use any like power tools or anything like that to do this whole deal, or am I limited today?
there's an electric mixer, but we'll see.
Probably not going to let me have anything. Uh-oh.
Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I'm going to grate about, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And the fresh nutmeg is always the best. But, whoops.
Oops. Want a different one?
If you don't, nope, that's okay.
That's enough?
About enough. Actually, it's only a quarter of a teaspoon.
Where do you find fresh nutmeg?
Some of the grocery
Does
stores
Hy-Vee
sell
carry
it.
that?
Nope, I got that actually at a spice store, but I'm sure he could probably get it.
Cool.
Okay, so we're going to move over to the stove with that.
So, okay, that's good to go.
Why don't you stand behind me here? And it's going to go on a double boiler. We have some water boiling in a pan.
Oh, I didn't know that was going to be the deal.
Yep, because you want to cook it a little bit. So this is just going to cook for a couple minutes to warm it up. And this recipe actually came out of the Barefoot Contessa's Family Style Cookbook. Ina Garten, she's got great recipes, and I really like cooking out of her book. So that's a fun one.
Does she have a TV show too?
She does have a TV show.
Cool.
She cooks in the Hamptons.
That's just east of Oskaloosa.
A little bit.
Just a little.
Okay, while this is cooking, Jeff, if you will
I'm back on the thing now. What do you want me to do?
peel the banana and put it into that little bowl, break it into pieces, and you want to mash it up a little bit.
Peel the banana. All right. So this is the banana part of the banana pumpkin tart. Is that correct?
It is. That's where the banana taste comes from.
Cool. Cool. You know, you just can't beat Thanksgiving for a little cooking, a little football, a little nap. It's a great day, isn't it?
After the food, the nap comes.
May have to have a couple naps today sometime. All right, so I just keep busting this up.
And then take a fork and you want to mash it up so it looks like about like baby food.
When I was a kid, I used to get in trouble for doing stuff like this. Now you do it on purpose, huh? So I mash this baby up, huh? All right.
And I'm going to whip up, I've got 3 egg yolks in here.
So what's the most memorable Thanksgiving you've ever had? Did you ever do anything exciting any place? Ever go anywhere for Thanksgiving?
Well, we just had always big family get-togethers with cousins. You know, we had about 16 cousins that all lived in the same town, and
Yep.
it was just always fun with
You used to
grandparents.
always try to get about 35 people in a room that would hold
Yep.
10.
Yep.
That's kind of always a good memory. Kids had to sit at one table, adults had to sit at another table, all that kind of stuff.
I always liked when I graduated to the bigger
Yeah,
table.
that was always
instead of
that
the
was
little-
kind of a milestone in life. Is I gotta get to move to the big table. All right, is that mashed enough?
That is mashed enough. So you'll want to bring that and the orange zest.
Can I throw the banana peel at anybody? You want this and the orange zest?
Yep.
What is orange zest?
That is zested off of the rind of an orange.
So that's like
And that's a
skimmed off or
half
something?
a
or-
teaspoon. I use my microplane grater and
Oh.
grate it off.
Where do you want that to go?
Just set it all down there.
Cool.
And now that this has gotten hot, what we want to do is take a little bit of the hot stuff and put it into the eggs. So you're heating the eggs up slowly.
Heating the eggs up slowly.
If we just poured this into the hot
you
mixture.
want me to hold this thing out of the way?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
If we just poured this into the mixture, it would scramble the eggs.
That would be a problem. Then you'd have scrambled egg banana pumpkin tart. If you
Mousse
did that.
tart. You forgot the mousse
I
part.
forgot the mousse part. I tell you, that's a tough thing to say.
So this way, you're mixing the eggs and getting them up to the temperature without cooking them.
That is tricky.
You do that with, if you're making homemade puddings and
Oh, really?
because the egg is going to act as a little bit of a thickener. So again, we've had the 3 egg yolks, and then we're slowly going to pour this.
I could see that egg thing being a tactical mistake right there. I can see people miss. I would miss the egg part.
Just got to do it real slowly.
Cool. So no other big excitement. You didn't go anywhere. I don't think we've ever been anywhere different on Thanksgiving, have we? We never went to.
Maybe just mom and dad's, but it's kind of something that I like to.
Back before we were married, the big thing for Thanksgiving used to be again, back to football, which centers around a lot of life, really, if you think about it, is we did the Nebraska-Oklahoma game was always the Thanksgiving weekend. And so it was always either in Lincoln, or 3 or 4 years in a row, I was either in Lincoln or Norman for Thanksgiving. So that was kind of an interesting thing. As a 19, 20-year-old kid, that wasn't a bad gig either.
Yeah, that was probably really good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
What do you need next?
I need you to get me the bowl with the water and the gelatin.
The bowl with the water and the gelatin. That's this deal, right? You might put the gelatin in there first before I bring it over?
No, go ahead and bring it over here. Go ahead and pour that in.
Pour the gelatin in first?
Yep. And we're dissolving 1 packet of gelatin in a 1/4 cup of cold water.
Okay.
Just want to
Mix that up.
stir that around.
What's that do to it?
This is going to help add like a thickening agent.
Cool.
Okay, this has gotten thick, so we're going to take it off the heat.
Good. It's about 100 degrees over here.
Well, with the oven and everything going. The timer on the,
Oh, we're supposed to be
Deal's
checking on the
about-
crust, aren't we?
no, it's about to go off.
Says we have 1 minute 43 seconds to go. Countdown.
Okay, so at this point we're going to add the gelatin.
And that just makes it a little thicker, huh?
It's going to set up because it has to go into the refrigerator.
Oh,
And
okay.
you'll hand me the bananas.
Bananas. Thus the banana pumpkin mousse tart.
There you go.
Okay.
And the orange zest.
I can never have enough orange zest.
And then if you'll go down there, we have one that's already to this point. Because once you mix all of this together, this needs to set and get to room temperature. So I have one made to that point. See how thick it's gotten just by,
Nice. How long did it have to sit in the refrigerator?
well, you just leave it on the counter
Oh, okay.
for about 45 minutes
Oh,
because
that's
you
what
want
we
it
gotta
to cool all the way down. And then we'll move back over here
So that
because we're
doesn't
done
take
with
very
the
long.
stove. And now you get to use your power tool.
Oh, cool.
Okay, and slowly.
Oh, yeah. You ever watch Stripes with Bill Murray?
Slowly, or it will be all over the kitchen.
I'll try to take it easy.
1/2 cup of whipping cream. And
Half a
you're going
cup
to
of
want to
whipping
whip
cream?
it.
Oh, I gotta just whip this? I don't put anything else in there?
Well, not yet. You want it to get it to soft
Ooh, this
peaks.
could be tricky.
Just real slowly.
I gotta make sure I don't wear this. Oh, that's
Go to the
fine
sides,
touch.
around. And I'm going to get the crust out of the oven while you're doing that.
Guy could really make a bad decision on this deal. So how long do I gotta do this?
Till it gets to soft peaks.
So it gets to what? Soft peaks?
Yes. Oh.
You know, as a guy that likes football and lights and stuff like that, I don't do terms like soft peaks real well. Give me some sense of that.
Can you do that and grab the sugar over there at the same time?
Oh yeah, you name it. I got it. Look at that. Look at that. One-handed now. That good or what?
That's good.
Can I go up a speed or what do you think?
Not quite yet.
Not
Make
yet?
sure you get all around the edges.
Roll around the
And incorporate
edges.
it all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what are we going to do next? We're going to put
Okay,
that
we're going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar.
into here.
Yep. Now you can turn up the
Oh, now I can go
just
speed
a
a little higher?
bit. Pick it up a notch.
Oh.
Make sure you get all around the edges. And
You
it
got a
should,
lot of trust in me doing this.
it should start thickening up really good.
Are they able to hear okay over this deal? I suppose they can. Am I getting close to soft mounds? Is that what I was supposed to have here?
Soft peaks.
Soft peaks. Whoa, hey. Get away from me
All the way
there.
around. You got to move it. So it'll go. See, it's starting to thicken up.
For you guys watching out there, this is a major deal. Her letting me do electric appliances in her kitchen.
Just don't get too used to it.
This could be the first time I've ever touched this device in her kitchen.
I don't think that's
Probably
true.
the last. I think I used this to mix paint one time.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe plaster or something like that.
Okay, keep moving it.
I'm moving it, I'm moving it. Still not peaked enough.
Now you got to go to high peaks.
Now I'm whipping her.
Okay.
That
That'll
good?
do it, yep.
Perfect, how'd I do?
So then we're going to take the whipped cream and we're going to fold it into the pumpkin mixture.
Oh, I thought we were gonna like go on top with all that, but you're actually
Well,
going.
that comes later.
Oh, that comes later. Nice. Man, this is gonna
Just
be
kind
good.
of fold it in. If you stir too hard, it breaks down the whipped cream. You're just wanting to kind of incorporate the whipped cream into it, hence the name mousse.
Hence the name banana pumpkin mousse tart.
That's right.
See, I like this better than just straight pumpkin pie. To me, just straight pumpkin pie, it's good. I like pumpkin pie, but this gives a little different taste to it, or a little different feel. A little lighter.
And that's all mixed together, and once the crust cools down, we can pour it into it, but we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will show you the finished product and do a little bit of
Maybe she'll
decorating
let me
on
use
it.
additional appliances.
Well, we'll see. So stay
Don't
tuned.
hold your breath.
We'll be right back with more Cooking at the Vault. Hi, welcome back to Cooking at the Vault. I'm Ruthie Rogers and have my husband Jeff as my guest today. We just finished preparing the pumpkin banana mousse
tart.
And this is one that I had already done. We just took the pudding part of it and put it into the shell once it had cooled and let it set in the refrigerator for about 2 hours so it sets up and has turned into like a pumpkin pie consistency.
Looks great.
So from here we're
Now
going
we
to
gotta
decorate it.
dial it up a little bit, huh?
Got to doll it up a little bit so it looks good enough to go on the table.
Cool.
For the ease and speed, I'm using canned whipping cream, but you can make your own. It's real easy.
This is like a perfect thing for a guy.
It is.
You could spray that around. You could have wars with that. That'd be nice.
Well, we're going to just doll up.
We're gonna
the
take it
pumpkin.
easy?
Yep.
No
So,
pumpkin or no whipped cream stuff?
No whipped cream stuff.
Can you do like a smiley face or something on it, or do you got to be...
Well, you want it to look nice.
Oh,
so,
okay. You're
just
going
gonna
more
kinda
for
start.
style than for
Yep.
anything else. Oh, that looks nice.
You want to try it?
I just hope you don't shoot me with it.
Whoops.
Whoops, I got a little carried away. We got to be getting close to eating, aren't we? It's
We're getting close.
been a long time.
The turkey's been in there about the right amount of time, and it's
That
smelling
hour worth of
really
smelling
good.
the turkey and the yams and everything else. I'm ready to go.
Let's just hope the kids show up on time for when they're supposed to be here for dinner.
Yeah. Well, they have a window of when they can or can't, and then they're out of luck.
That's right. But you know how Harrison is when he goes out to play football, and
Yep.
see, that was pretty easy and
Good.
painless. If you wanted to make it yourself, it's just a cup of heavy cream, quarter cup of sugar, quarter teaspoon of vanilla extract, and you can add a little orange zest to the whipping cream if you want to, just to bring out the orange that's already in it.
Some more orange zest.
And just whip it up with your power tool.
Just
And,
whip her up.
but this is a lot easier and a lot faster.
That looks good.
Doesn't it look good?
It's great.
It's good enough to
eat.
Good
Next
enough
time
to
to
eat.
go.
Yeah.
Now you got to get the turkey out of the oven.
I'm going to get the turkey out of the oven and see if he's ready to go. So I will get the turkey out of the oven, and we come back. We will plate stuff up and sit down at the
Then we'll be
table
ready to
and
eat.
have
Let's do
something
it.
to eat. So
Let's
we'll
do
be
it.
right back at Cooking at the Vault. Hi, welcome back to Cooking at the Vault. I'm Ruthie Rogers with my guest for the day, Jeffrey Rogers, my husband. We just took the turkey out of the oven, and I've cut it open a little bit. As you can see, the cheese has kind of oozed
That really
out.
looks good.
And doesn't that look good? And it
Looks
smells
excellent.
so good.
Can't beat all the cheese and the spinach, and well, that looks good.
I can't wait to
It's excellent.
taste it. And our yams have come out. See how the sugar and
Right.
coconut and everything kind of caramelized on it.
Low calorie.
Low
Looks
calorie, yeah. And then the pumpkin pie, so
good. Well, it's not a pumpkin pie. It is a pumpkin banana mousse tart.
banana mousse tart.
You
Okay,
got to have the right deal there.
I stand corrected.
There you go. That's why you have me here. Just
Well-
to make sure I'm keeping you on your toes.
We have finished
Looks
with
good.
everything.
You did a great job as usual. I'm excited about it.
head to the
Should be
table.
fun.
So let's recap what we did today on Cooking at the Vault. 3 cheese stuffed turkey breast. You will need a large turkey breast, a package of pancetta, some spinach leaves, garlic powder, cream cheese, Swiss cheese, and Jarlsberg cheese. You'll start by slicing the turkey breast open, lay it flat, add salt and pepper. Then lay strips of the pancetta over the top of the turkey breast. Next, you'll mix the 3 cheeses together in a bowl. Then take the cheese mixture and spread it over the top of the turkey. You'll layer the spinach over the top of the cheese and then roll the whole thing into a log. Once the turkey breast is tightly rolled up, you'll tie it all together with baking string. Then put the whole thing in a baking dish, place it in the oven. Take the turkey out of the oven after 45 to 50 minutes and enjoy. Tammy's sweet potatoes. You'll need butter, flour, and a can of sweet potatoes. You'll also need brown sugar, coconut, and slivered almonds. Start by mixing the sugar, flour, butter, coconut, and almonds together in a bowl. Next, pour the yams into a baking dish and sprinkle the sugar mixture over the top. Finish by placing the dish in the oven for 35 to 45 minutes. How easy is that? Banana pumpkin mousse tart. You'll start this dish with a bowl of crushed graham crackers, cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, butter, white sugar, gelatin, and a can of pumpkin. You'll also need a banana, whole milk, and a carton of half and half. Oh, and don't forget, you'll need orange zest and whipped cream. Start by mixing the butter and graham crackers into the crust mixture. Pour the crust mixture into a baking dish and flatten it to form a crust on the bottom of the dish. Next, place the crust in the oven to crisp it up and begin the mousse by mixing the pumpkin, brown sugar, salt, half and half, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Next, place the mousse on the stove over a pan of boiling water in order to raise the temperature slowly. Spoon some of the mixture into the eggs and add it back into the main dish. Next, mix the gelatin in a separate bowl and then add it into the main mixture. Take the mousse off of the stove and fold in a bowl of whipped cream. Take the crust out of the oven, wait for it to cool, then pour in the mousse mixture. Put it all in the fridge for a couple of hours and then enjoy. Well, as you can see, we have moved from the kitchen to the table, and we're waiting for the kids so we can start on this dinner that my wonderful husband helped me prepare. Jeff, I want to thank you for
Yes.
joining me today.
As always, it's Thanksgiving is a great time of the year. Very thankful for all the things we have. Great family, great health,
Very
great
grateful.
community. And thank you for being my wife and the great meal.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
From us cooking at the ball. For today's menu card, as well as clips for upcoming episodes, go to the MCG website at www.mahaska.org. And for more healthy living recipes, go to Hy-Vee's website at www.hyvee.com.